Hi students, welcome back to this video. See, here is an inspirational quote for you. When life gives you 100 reasons to cry, show life that you have 1,000 reasons to smile. So we can more smile and less worry. Today we can begin a new lesson, that is strategies for enhancement in food production. Then, based on this lesson, what all topics to be covered in this session are animal husbandry, management of farms and farm animals, poultry farm management, animal breeding. Two types of breedings are there, inbreeding and outbreeding. And the three types of outbreeding are outcrossing, cross hybridization and interspecific hybridization. Let us see one by one.
With ever increasing population of the world, enhancement of food production is a major necessity. Biological principles and applied to animal husbandry and plant breeding have a major role in our efforts to increase food production. Then there are several new techniques like embryo transfer technology and tissue culture techniques are going to play a important role in further enhancing food production. The name of the lesson is Strategies for Enhancement in Food Production. So, we know that animal husbandry, plant breeding, etc., plays major role to enhance food production. So, first of all, we can study about what is animal husbandry. See this photograph, you can see from these photos, you will get an idea regarding animal husbandry. So, what do you mean by animal husbandry? It is the scientific agricultural practice of breeding and raising livestock. So, what all things or which all animals are included in this area? Mainly, it deals with care and breeding of livestock like buffaloes, cows, pigs, horse, cattle, sheep, camels, goats, etc. Then it also refers the poultry farming. See, then one more is there regarding fisheries. 70% of world livestock population is in India and China, but contribution to the world farm produce is only 25%. That is, the productivity is very low. Hence, new technologies should be applied to achieve improvement in quality and productivity. Then, about the management of farms and farm animals. First of all, we can study about dairy farm management or dairy. It is the management of animals for increasing yield and quality of milk and its products. Yes, milk yield depends on the quality of breeds in the farm. It is important to select good breeds having high yielding potential and resistant to diseases. Then, what are the different ways through which we can increase the yield? Mainly, there are three areas. One is look after the cattle, about their housing, then about their providing their food, adequate water, about their how do we maintain the diseases, etc. That is all these coming under look after the cattle. The second one is feeding of cattle. Means the feeding of cattle should be in scientific manner. Then what about the cleanliness and hygiene? That is the third one. That plays an important role. Means in which all particular place we have to make more concentration. One is while milking, while storing and also during transport of the milk and its products. Yes, regular inspection of veterinary doctors in order to understand the problems and also to rectify the problems affected by the cattle. Then second one is coming under animal husbandry, that is poultry farm management. Poultry is the domesticated birds used for food and eggs. Chicken, goose, ducks, etc. we can see here. These are the examples. What are the components of poultry farm management? The components of poultry farm management include selection of disease-free and suitable breeds, first point. Second one, proper and safe farm conditions. Third one, proper feed and water. And the fourth one is hygiene and health care. From an examination point of view, please study all this. What are the components of poultry farm management? You can see here the improved breed of chickens, Leghorn. The next topic coming under animal husbandry, that is animal breeding. So here we should see what is a breed, what are the types of breeding, what do you mean by breeding, what are the aims of animal breeding, etc. So what is a breed? A breed is a group of organisms related by descent and similar general appearance, features, size, etc. So what is a breed? A breed is a group of organisms related by descent and similar general appearance, features, size, etc. Then what do you mean by breeding? Breeding is the modification of genotype of an organism to make that organisms more useful to humans. Jersey is one of the example for improved cattle breed. Leghorn is an example for improved chicken breed. See, this is the Leghorn and this is the Jersey. Okay. What are the aim of animal breeding? Or what is the aim? Yes, its aim is to increase and improve the yield and desirable qualities of animals. The aim of animal breeding to increase and improve the yield and desirable qualities of animals. This is the aim. Okay. So here we have studied what do you mean by a breed and what is breeding. Then next, what are the important two types of animal breeding? The important two types of animal breeding are inbreeding and outbreeding. So we can see what is the difference between inbreeding and outbreeding. First, inbreeding. Inbreeding is the, wait, I should erase all these things, then only. Okay. Okay, we can continue. What do you mean by inbreeding? Inbreeding is the mating of more closely related individuals within the same breed for 4 to 6 generations. Inbreeding means it is the mating of more closely related animals within the same breed for 4 to 6 generations. Then what are the strategies of this inbreeding? We can see What are the strategies of inbreeding? First one is identify and mate superior males and females of same breed. Identify and mate superior males and females of same breed. And the second one is evaluate the progeny obtained. After this mating, evaluate the progeny obtained and identify superior males and females among them for further mating. So, when we say the example, in a cattle, a superior female, cow or buffalo, produces more milk per lactation. A superior male, that means a bull, gives rise to superior progeny. Okay. Then, what are the advantages of inbreeding? What are the merits of inbreeding? So, let us see what are the merits. First one is it increases homozygosity to evolve pure line variety. Second one, it exposes harmful recessive genes that are eliminated by selection. It helps in, third one, it helps in accumulation of superior genes and elimination of less desirable genes. This increases productivity of inbred population. Okay. Then here you can see a new term, that is inbreeding depression. What do you mean by inbreeding depression? Yes, it is the depression of fertility. That means it becomes sterile. And productivity due to continued inbreeding, especially close inbreeding. So due to that inbreeding, that depression of fertility and productivity is formed due to continued inbreeding. So that is known as inbreeding depression. Then how do we solve this problem? Mate selected animals with unrelated superior animals of the same breed. Mate selected animals with unrelated superior animals of the same breed. Okay. Next, we have studied about the inbreeding. Next, we have to study what do you mean by outbreeding. Yes, actually, it is the breeding of unrelated animals. Please take down. It is the breeding of the unrelated animals. The types of outbreeding are, there are three types of outbreeding: outcrossing, crossbreeding, interspecific hybridization. Which are they? Outcrossing, crossbreeding, and interspecific hybridization. Let us see one by one. First one, outcrossing. Before that, I should erase all this. It is the mating of animals within the same breed but having no common ancestors up to 4 to 6 generation. It is the mating of animals within the same breed but having no common ancestors up to 4 to 6 generations. What is the offsprings are called? They are known as outcross. That is very important. The offsprings of outcrossing are called outcross. Then, is there any advantage? Yes, of course. What are the advantages? The advantages include It is the best method for animals having low milk productivity and growth rate in beef, cattle, etc. It helps to overcome inbreeding depression. Outcrossing helps to overcome inbreeding depression. Second method of outbreeding, that is crossbreeding. Second type of outbreeding is crossbreeding. It is the method, or in this method, superior males of one breed are mated with the superior females of another breed. Superior males of one breed are mated with the superior females of another breed. Desirable qualities of two different breeds are combined because of that. What about the progeny? The resultant progeny. Hybrid animals may be used for commercial production or may be subjected to inbreeding and selection to develop new stable superior breeds. Here, example Hisardale. It is developed in Punjab by crossing Bikaneri ewes and Merino rams. Bikaneri ewe crosses with the Merino rams and the product is Hisardale. The product of crossbreeding, it is known as hybrid, or the progeny is known as hybrid. The third one is interspecific hybridization. See this photo? Horse is there, one species, donkey is another species. Interspecific hybridization. Yes, this is possible, but the product is sterile. So it is the mating of male and female animals of two different species. In some cases, the progeny may combine desirable features of both the parents and may be of the considerable economic value. Example, mule. So here, female horse crosses with the male donkey and produce the mule. The progeny is known as interspecific hybrid. Yes, there are two important controlled breeding experiments. One is known as artificial insemination, and the second one is known as MOET. What do you mean by MOET? It is nothing but multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology. M stands for multiple, O ovulation, E embryo, T technology, transfer technology. So what do you mean by artificial insemination? It is not the natural mating. It is artificial insemination. Semen is deposited into the reproductive tract of the selected female. So more scientifically, how do we say? The semen collected from male parent is injected into the reproductive tract of the selected female. Then there are important criteria are there. So what all things we have to remember while doing this process? The semen is used immediately or is frozen and used later. First point, the semen is used immediately. If it is in the form of frozen, then we can use later. Then frozen semen can also be transported. That we could see. The doctors are coming to the house to do the process. They carry the semen in the frozen form and they inject it into the reproductive tract of female. Then success rate of crossing is low even though artificial insemination is carried out. See, the body of uterus target for semen placement. This is the body. You can see that uterus is here. Through this area, this insemination process is doing. Then what do you mean by multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology? Yes, from this word it is clearly understood. Multiple ovulation. Ovules are produced more than one. It is an program for herd improvement. It improves chances of successful production of hybrids. Successful production of hybrid. So, what is the procedure of this multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology? A cow is administered hormones with FSH like activity. What do you mean by FSH? Follicular stimulating hormone to induce follicular maturation. So, follicle stimulating hormone is applying in order to increase the maturation of that follicle, maturation of the follicle, so that super ovulation is taking place. Do you know how many eggs are produced per cycle? 6 to 8 eggs are produced per cycle. Then second point, the animal is either mated with a bull or artificially inseminated. The fertilized egg at 8 to 32 celled stage. When after fertilization, the egg became 8 to 832 celled stage are recovered non-surgically and transferred it into surrogate mother. These are the three important things while we do the process, or these are the three important points coming under procedure. It has been demonstrated for cattle, sheep, rabbit, buffaloes, maize, etc. High milk yielding breeds and high quality meat yielding bulls have been bred to increase herd size in a short time. So, what all things we have studied while concluding this topic? Please tell me which are they. Yes, we have started with the different methods to enhance the food production. First one is animal husbandry. Then what all things are included in this animal husbandry? Which are they? Animal breeding or dairy farm management, poultry farm management, then animal breeding. Animal breeding is divided into inbreeding and outbreeding. Outbreeding again divided into outcrossing, crossbreeding, and interspecific hybridization. Then what are the controlled breeding experiments? It includes first one is artificial insemination and the second one is multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology or MOET. Okay students, that's all about today's class. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.